Good morning, students. As a part of online video lessons, today I am Dr. A. Jyotilakshmi, Assistant Professor of Zoology, GDC Karimnagar, is teaching you a lesson on nervous system of Pila. Pila is a molluscan organism. It is commonly called as apple snail. So mollusca is a phylum in invertebrate group. So mollusks are invertebrates. That means they do not have the backbone or the vertebral column. And phyla is belonging to the phylum invertebrates. That is mollusca. You know that invertebrate are 9 phyla, starting with protozoa, ending with echinodermata. And phyla is belonging to the phylum Mollusca just before echinodermata. It is advanced group or phylum of invertebrates or non-chordata. So phyla is commonly called as apple snail. Many times we see in the sand near the water or banks, rivers, oceans, etc. The beaches. Many times we will see the shells, univalved shells we will see, and in that an animal will be there, and that is nothing but snail. So phyla is commonly called as apple snail. A few species of this genus is found in India, of which the most common species is called as Phyla globosa. Phyla globosa. Phyla is a freshwater snail and is quite abundant in freshwater ponds and lakes and other freshwater bodies. Phyla globosa is abundantly found in ponds, tanks, lakes and rice fields. They may also be found in freshwater streams, rivers, etc. Now, when you see the body of the phyla, it is enclosed in a thick spirally coiled globular univalve shell. So, here the shell is univalve, that means it is only having one opening, and it is spirally coiled. And the shell has the form of an elongated cone like coiled around a central axis in a spiral manner. So shell has the form of an elongated cone coiled around a central axis in a spiral manner. A single revolution of the shell around the axis is called as a whorl. WHORL, whorl. So a single revolution means a single round around the central axis is called a whorl. The skin covering the visceral mass of the phyla is called as mantle. So in many of the mollusks, mantle is present. That is the skin covering the visceral mass below the shell. Now, if we come to our topic is nervous system of phyla. So in the mantle, in the visceral mass, all the organs are present like heart, circulatory vessels, excretory system, digestive system and respiratory cnidia, and also the nervous ganglions and commissures, so which constitute the nervous system. So all the systems are embedded in the visceral mass, and that is protected by the mantle, which in turn covered with the shell. So when we come to nervous system of pila, it is usually eight shaped nervous system is present in pila, and the system consists the peripheral nervous system and central nervous system. So the central nervous system consists ganglia connected by the nerve cells. So central nervous system includes the ganglia which are connected by the nerve cells. It includes, what are the ganglia that are present in the central nervous system? They are paired ganglia. All are paired ganglia, and they are cerebral ganglia, pedal ganglia, spheroidal ganglia, pleural ganglia, parietal ganglia, and the visceral ganglia. So, wherever the nerves has to be given into various organs, there the ganglia are formed. And these ganglia, all the ganglia, they are constituting the central nervous system. The nerves which are coming out of these ganglia, they enter into different structures. For example, pedal ganglia, it gives us nerves to the pedal, means foot. Like that, visceral ganglia to the visceral organs. Okay, so in this way the ganglia constitute the central nervous system. They are cerebral ganglia, pedal ganglia, spheroidal ganglia, pleural ganglia, parietal ganglia, and visceral ganglia. The nervous system of gastropods consists a pair of all the paired ganglia which are connected by the nerve cords, and these nerve cords, they give rise to number of smaller branching nerves. So the nervous system consists 5 pairs of ganglia, 5 pairs of connectives, 5 pairs of commissures, and remaining nerve sectives and nerves. The nerve ganglia are called as cerebral ganglia, pedal ganglia, visceral ganglia, pleural ganglia, and supra and intestinal ganglia. On the dorsolateral sides of buccal mass, the cerebral ganglia are present. So first let us see the cerebral ganglia. Where the cerebral ganglia are present? The cerebral ganglia are present on the dorsolateral sides of the buccal mass, and they are connected by the cerebral commissures. So cerebral ganglia are present on dorsolateral sides of the buccal mass, and they are connected by the cerebral commissures. We know that commissures are nothing but nerve tracts which connect the ganglia. On the ventrolateral sides of the buccal mass, a pair of pleural and a pair of pedal ganglia are present. On the ventrolateral sides, so far we have seen dorsolateral sides of buccal mass. Now on the ventrolateral sides of the buccal mass, there are a pair of pleural and pedal ganglia. So the cerebral ganglia and pleural ganglia are connected by cerebropleural connectives. The cerebral ganglia and pleural ganglia, they are connected, means from the dorsal side to the ventral side, they are connected by cerebropleural connectives. And the cerebral and pedal ganglia are also connected by cerebropedal connectives. So in this way, all these 3 ganglia are connected by the connectives. So cerebral ganglia are the main ganglia which are present on the dorsolateral sides, and they are connected to the pleural ganglia on one side and pedal ganglia on the other side, on the ventral side, by the connectives, pleurocerebral connectives and pleuropedal connectives. and the two pedal ganglia are connected by pedal commissures. The same type of ganglia are connected by the commissures. So two pedal ganglia, they are connected by the pedal commissures. All these structures will form a nerve ring around the buccal mass, which looks like a square. So the two pedal ganglia, the two pleural ganglia, and two cerebral ganglia, all these structures along with the connectives and commissures, they form a nerve ring which looks like a square. At the junction of the buccal mass and esophagus, the two buccal ganglia are present. So just below the buccal mass, at the junction of the buccal mass and esophagus, there are two buccal ganglia that are present, and they are connected in the cerebral ganglia with connectives. Again, they are also connected to the cerebral ganglia with connectives. So buccal ganglia are also connected to the cerebral ganglia through connectives. And in the visceral mass, now come to the visceral ganglia. In the visceral mass, there are two visceral ganglia. In the visceral mass, there are two visceral ganglia. So the pleural and visceral ganglia are connected. So far, all the pedal, pleural, and other one, the buccal, all these three, buccal, pleural, and pedal, all these three are connected to the cerebral ganglia. But the visceral ganglia are connected to the pleural ganglia by the right and left pleurovisceral connectives. So here the visceral ganglia are present in the visceral mass, and these visceral ganglia are connected to the pleural ganglia, and they are connected with the help of two pleurovisceral connectives. That means one on the right side and other on the left side. And from the right pleural ganglia, a supraintestinal nerve will arise. From the right pleural ganglion, so pleural ganglion are a pair, and they are connected to the cerebral ganglia, and arising from the pleural ganglia, a supraintestinal nerve is arised, and it will travel over the esophagus and is connected to the left pleurovisceral connective. So it travels over the visceral ganglion, over the esophagus to the left side. That means from the right side it is arising, and it is traveling towards the left side over the esophagus, and it is connected to the pleurovisceral connective. At this point, it forms a supraintestinal ganglion. So a new ganglion is formed where the pleurovisceral connective is formed. That means where the nerve from the pleural ganglion, right pleural ganglion, traverse over the esophagus and connected to the visceral pleurovisceral connective. There a ganglion is formed, and that is called as supraintestinal ganglion. And left pleural ganglion gives rise to a nerve which connects with the right pleural visceral connective, and infraintestinal ganglion is formed. So they are crossing each other. That means from right pleural ganglion, supraintestinal nerve is formed, and from left pleural ganglion, infraintestinal ganglion is formed. Thus, these nerves will give a 8-shaped structure. Understood? So, the pleural ganglion giving rise to the nerves, supra and infraintestinal nerves, they cross one is from over upper side of the esophagus, one is from the lower side of the esophagus. They cross and they connect with the visceral connectives and give rise to the supra and intestinal ganglion. And as they are traversing each other, they look like a 8-shaped structure. The cerebral ganglia. Now, this is the arrangement of the nerves. What we have seen? We have seen 5 pairs of ganglia, important ganglia: cerebral ganglia, pedal ganglia, visceral ganglia, pleural ganglia, and supra-infra-intestinal ganglia. So, one by one, we have seen the ganglia. First, we have seen cerebral ganglia. So, on the dorsolateral sides of the buccal mass, cerebral ganglia are present, and they are connected with the cerebral commissures. On the ventrolateral sides of the buccal mass, pleural ganglia are present, and pedal ganglia is also present. So, on the dorsal side of the buccal mass, on the ventral side of the buccal mass, 3 important ganglia are present. What are they? They are cerebral ganglia, pleural ganglia, and pedal ganglia. So, they both cerebral and pedal are connected with cerebropedal connectives, and pleural ganglia and the buccal ganglia are also connected, and cerebral ganglia and pleural ganglia are also connected. All these are connected with each other. Now, the fourth one is the buccal ganglia. We have seen cerebral ganglia on dorsal side of the buccal mass, and pleural ganglia on the ventral side of the buccal mass, and pedal ganglia also on the ventral side of the buccal mass, and buccal ganglia on the at the junction of the buccal mass and the esophagus. They are connected with the cerebral ganglia with connectives. In the visceral mass, there are 2 visceral ganglia, and the visceral ganglia, they are connected with the right and left pleurovisceral connectives. So, from the right pleural ganglion, a supraintestinal nerve is arising, and this is traveling over the esophagus and connected to the left pleurovisceral connective. In this way, a supra and infra intestinal ganglia are present. So, all these 8 and these supra and infra intestinal ganglia, they gives rise to the nerves which travel over the esophagus and under the esophagus to be connected with the pleural connectives. So, these will form a 8-shaped structure. So, all these 5 types of ganglia we have seen, and these ganglia will give rise to the nerves. So, the nerves from the cerebral nerve ganglia, a number of small nerves will be arised. They travel to the, because they are front side ganglia, the nerves from the cerebral ganglia, they go to the tentacles, eyes, and statocysts, etc. The pleural nerve ganglia, when we come to pleural nerve ganglia on the ventral side, the nerves will go to mantle. Now come to the visceral ganglia. The nerves from visceral ganglia, they go to excretory organs, reproductive organs, and stomach. And the nerves from pedal ganglia, they go to the foot of the pila. And the nerves from the buccal ganglia, they go to buccal region of the body. In this way, a well-developed nervous system taking the form of 8 and having 5 different types of ganglia are present in the pila. In the diagram, we can easily see all these ganglions and connectives. So let us see first the cerebral ganglia. You can see in the diagram a pair of cerebral ganglia around on the dorsal side of the buccal mass. Here they are connected with the cerebral commissure. On the ventral side we can see pleural ganglia, a pair of pleural ganglia which are connected with pleural commissure. And on the ventral side itself, a pair of pedal ganglia are also present, and pedal ganglia are connected with pedal commissure. So, pleural and cerebral ganglia, both of them, they are also connected with pleurocerebral connectives. And the pedal and cerebral are also connected with cerebropedal connectives. You can see in the diagram. Now, the nerves from the cerebral ganglia, they are going to the statocyst, tentacles and other anterior parts of the mass. Okay, and then the nerves from the pleural ganglia, they are going to the parietal nerves and other body parts. And here you can see the nerves from the pleuropedal ganglia. The nerves are arising and they are crossing the esophagus and joining the pedal connective to form supraintestinal ganglion. And here also on the ventral side we can see infraintestinal ganglion. So, supra and infraintestinal ganglion are formed in this way. And these are connected to the visceral ganglia with the help of supraintestinal connective and infraintestinal connective. Both infra and supraintestinal connectives, they join the visceral ganglia. And visceral ganglia will produce the visceral nerves to visceral mass. That means the systems, excretory, digestive, etc. they are going to that one. And here the pleural going to the stomach and other organs. And we can see the buccal commissure also, the connecting with the cerebral or buccal ganglia. The buccal commissure is also present. So it is looking like by the joining of the ganglia with the commissures, it is taking a form of 8. So this is the specific character of pila. In pila we can see 8 shaped nervous system which is formed with the connections of the ganglia, 5 different types of ganglia with the connectives. So, what are the 5 different ganglia that are seen in pila nervous system? They are cerebral ganglia, pleural ganglia, pedal ganglia, buccal ganglia and visceral ganglia. And the pleural ganglia is giving rise to the supra and infraintestinal nerves which cross the esophagus and join with the visceral connectives to form supraintestinal ganglion and infraintestinal ganglion. So all these connectives are helping in the connecting of the ganglia. These 5 different ganglia, they are supplying nerves to all the body parts like cerebral to the tentacles, eyes, statocyst, pleural to the pleural ganglia to the uh, mantle, and visceral ganglia to the visceral organs, reproductive organs, excretory organs, circulatory organs, etc. And then the pedal ganglia to the foot, and buccal ganglia to the buccal region. So in this way, all the nerves emerging from these ganglion, they innervate all the body parts and regulate the body activities. This is about the pila nervous system. Diagram is very easy to draw, 8 shaped with all the ganglion and the nerves coming out of the ganglia we can show, and we can label easily. I hope this is about the nervous system. I hope you have understood. Thank you.